Howdy doody everybody, my name is KevGuuey and welcome back to Highway Blossoms. If you missed the last episode, you can click on the eye in the top of the video to watch the previous episodes, get caught up. Before we buckle in, I pull back all of the curtains. Make sure you get a good spot by the window. Wow, what's happening? By the window. You're gonna wanna see this. See what? Ooh. It starts slowly, just a few lights in apartment windows coming to life, or lonely street lights flickering on. I drive slowly, so as to keep us here longer. Beside me, Marina shifts impatiently, but doesn't say anything, but now she knows when I'm being serious. Aw, she's so beautiful. Aw, man. I know she won't be disappointed. As more and more lights flare up across the skyline, I can see Marina shift to get a better view. I smile to myself. This is what I was waiting for. The expression. That's what she was looking for. Oh. Oh, it's a jazz. What she was waiting for, even if she didn't know it. Las Vegas lights up like a forest of Christmas trees, glimmering orange and yellow against the muddy blackness of the night skies. Ooh, now that's really bright now. The further away from the heart of the city we get, the more of its gorgeous sprawl we can see. Soon, it's so immense that the entire world seems to be awash with forced color. I ignore the signs that will lead us all the way out of Las Vegas and instead cruise along the streets that will let us admire for longer. Marina's head slowly turns with every bend in the road, her gaze magnetically fastened to the city. Skyscrapers zoom by, each one another pillar of light. The casinos, which have gaudier decorations, make an exotic contrast to the mundane office and apartment buildings. Marina drinks it all in, like water, out here in the desert. Light from the window frames her face, and I remember how I thought of her as angelic back at Zion. Now, the word is even more fitting because of the way her open mouth smile enhances the effect. Is it a smile? She catches me watching, and for just a second, that smile is directed at me. Then she turns back to Vegas, which is finally starting to recede as we head out of town. Aww. She's silent until long after it's faded from the rear view mirror. Then she clears her throat and finally looks at me again. We're going back one day, right? Oh. Sure, if you want. Good, because we didn't even get to do like a quarter of this super cool stuff we should have done. I mean, yeah. They're not old enough to get into the casinos, right? So, Reina's 18 and Amber's 20. So, wow. I actually don't even know what's in Las Vegas, except a lot of shows and casinos and the nudie bars. And that's all I know. Oh yeah, like what? Even if I do live like a gross hermit, I know what Vegas has to offer, but I like seeing her excited. There's always a genuine spark of wonder that's ignited when she is. It might have to do with her lack of experience, but I like to think she'd be the same regardless. Well, there's this pirate stunt show that looks really cool. I heard about another show with fountains and lights that shoots water way up high into the air, and oh! She spreads her arms far apart and scrunches her face down, giving herself a double chin. I want to try every single buffet in town. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna have her happen. Unless you live in Vegas. I don't think anyone wants to live in Vegas, right? Like maybe outside of Vegas, but inside of Vegas, that's one noisy, loud place. That's a lofty goal, Marina. But we're rich now. I thump her head and squish her down with the palm of my hand. And we almost lost all of that in a single day, so you should know how easy it is to blow it. Well, I think it would be romantic. We could rent out a hotel room, order a really nice bottle of wine, and just cuddle by the window and look at the lights. Aww. A wistful look gleams in her eyes as she gazes out the window into the vast desert night, sighing like I just stepped out of the royal carriage and swept her off her feet. Never mind the fact that Marina has probably never tried wine in her life and would spit it out the second it touched her lips. That does sound really nice. Ooh. Nice sparkly wine? Guess I have some high expectations to live up to. I've always had them, but now it feels more official. Now, more than ever, I'm obligated to keep her happy and safe. Oh, she's not happy anymore. Those thoughts occupy my mind for an hour or so as we traverse the desert highway. Marina's gone back to staring out the window at the barely visible roadside. Ah, from all the lights and glamour to nothingness. Great sights. Past a sign right off the side of our deserted lane. We're pushing 80, so we almost miss it, but I catch a quick glimpse as we speed by. Nothing special, just a dusty sheet of aluminum with a picture of poppies and 3 words printed on it. Welcome to California. Oh, gone before I can even process it. Huh, I guess we're in California. Yay. To the desert. Doesn't look like Marina noticed, and why would she? We passed several state lines and it was never a big deal then. No welcoming party or even a government checkpoint, and that suits me just fine. She hasn't brought up her surprise anymore either, whatever it was. Probably better to just let her forget about that. Maybe she hasn't forgotten about it. Maybe she's still thinking about it. But that doesn't mean the day is over yet, and the places that Geezer would always yak on about may as well be stapled onto my brain. Hey, you trust me? Her head perks up and she turns away from the window, answering without delay. Of course I do. Why? Just checking. And that's that. No more questions. Just blind trust. I continue driving, eventually branching off onto an exit, another thing I don't think Marina notices. Soon budding lights start popping up in the distance, typical yellows and whites, barely hovering above the road with one exception. Towering on the horizon, outlined in neon red with digital numbers climbing towards the sky, is a giant monstrosity of a thermometer. It caps off above the middle, reaching temperatures all the way up to 62 degrees. Oh man, 62 degrees! Oh no! Wait, 62 degrees Celsius? Or Fahrenheit? Finally it dawns on Marina. Her head twists towards me like an owl, her eyes just as wide as one. Amber, what's going on? She feigns concern at first, but her voice curls up mid-sentence, unable to hide her smile any longer. You said you trust me, right? And I do. Marina tilts over and rubs on my shoulder. I go dead stiff, again feeling the weight of that trust and responsibility. We drive into town, which as far as I can tell is just one long street. Old beat-up gas stations and fast food joints line the side of the road, separated by an occasional diner. Where are they going? The thermometer is tucked away, hidden in a corner, but it may as well be the center of the universe, the rest of the world zooming by it on the interstate. I pass into the lot by the thermometer, the only neighboring being a small shack. The sound of the ignition dwindles down to nothing, leaving the RV parked wherever. Oh. I'm the first one to get out, craving the sweet stationary concrete as I stretch my legs. Wobbling in front of the thermometer, I flop my hands at my sides, dotting our arrival. Here we are, the world's largest thermometer. Oh. Interesting. Huh. I saw the the motel thing. I was like, they're going to the motel? What? Marina steps out of the RV, eyes sparkling, mouth wide open in awe. Her face frozen in time, she reaches into the motorhome and poses at her camera. Single flash shooting out from it as she winds the camera for the next shot. So you might like it. The giant thermometer. A smug grin finds a home on my face as I revel in the pride and satisfaction of knowing I did something to make her smile. Except she's not smiling, she's staring. Not at the thermometer now. Me. a near lifeless gaze cloaked by the dimming headlights of the motorhome. Marina? Readying her stance, she pushes her feet off the ground and charges towards me. We're doing this and we're doing it right. Wait, too late. Before I can even finish my plea, she swings around my neck and snugly brings me to her side, whooshing out the camera and aiming it right at us. Aww. Hey, Amber. Her finger inches closer to the button. Don't do it. Say cheese. She draws out the words in excruciating length. I struggle to break free, but she just squeezes me tighter. I'm warning you. Cheese. She bends in and presses her lips against my cheek. Aww. Hold and flash. Oh man, that's such a nice picture. That's super nice. Aww. Huh. I stare at the camera, mind blank. My non-reaction drawing out a cute giggle from her. And then it hits me, a thought so mortifying and embarrassing that it shades my skin a pink and red gradient. Thinks this is cute. At this point I'm butter, or clay, from Marina's perspective. Ooh, more pictures. And that's exactly what she treats me as, molding me into new positions as she snaps more photos. So happy. Aww. She's so happy. Before she whines for the next photo, I nudge her head with mine. She nudges back, both of us cutting against each other as she snaps the next picture. She takes several more shots, each one a little more gooberish and drenched in cheesy romantic goo than the last. Oh, where's the other one? Oh, there it is. Oh man, this looks so cute! I'll probably die if anyone ever sees these, but with my any luck, Marina's constant bouncing will hopefully make a few of these come out fuzzy. Yo, I think I might love this, like, a lot. When we first met, I didn't think I'd ever I'd ever understand the naive Bob energy is looking for some help. In a lot of ways, I still don't. I drove by at such a perfect time, who even knows what would have happened to her? Thinking about it still drives me nuts. But still, those types of things don't seem nearly as big as they used to. Even almost losing the treasure to Mariah was just a sizzling drop in the frying pan. If anything, I'm more upset that I wasn't there to help her when it went down. After all, that's why I'm here, to help and protect her. Well, you didn't know about that until afterwards. It makes me so happy. Aww. My hand now wrapped around Marina. I clench her tighter, only for my hand to be met with an adorable gurgling rumble transmitted from her stomach. Both look down at the source, her with a bashful sort of terror and me with amused disbelief. Even after all that food at the buffet? Can't help it. You're a bottomless pit, the Marina Trench. Amber, please, that one wasn't even clever. I cackle with glee, tossing her the keys to the RV as I walk over to the nearby shack. I'm just messing with you, babe. Go lock up, we'll grab a bite and sleep here for the night. The shack is sad and abandoned, the cute logo of a little chef carrying an oversized bun all but faded away. I peek inside the browning windows. It's more of the same, rusty and decaying outlines of tables and boots are imprinted in dust, while the ones built into the walls were just left to rot. That doesn't sound nice at all. It was always just a side thing he mentioned when talking about the thermometer, when not being able to experience everything he mentioned feels wrong. Like I'm not doing right by him. Damn. Looks like that's one more thing I can check off your list. Oh. Well, it's off her list now. Marina waltzes into the diner, keeping the door open for me as we scurry in from the breezy entryway. Immediately she's drawn to the clay machine, the claw machine in the corner, filled to the brim with non-specific and unlicensed stuffed animals. I love the claw machine. They're so expensive. Her eyes glitter as she tries to get me to notice a glass box of wonders. Oh, the electronic ones? Those are like impossible to get. I would not try that. Stuffed animals, on the other hand, they're a bit easier to get. Well, then again, the claws are rigged. there's like a set amount of strength. Anyways, coming from anyone else, this action would be subtle. Maybe a few quick glances at most. Coming from Marina, not so much. Instead, she repeatedly swings her head in the direction of the machine, like she's trying to form a giant crescent moon with her neck. But I know Marina well enough now. Well enough to know exactly which one she wants. Oh, is it, I'm not looking. Is it a wolf or a coyote? Snuggled tight between a fuzzy ball with googly eyes and a lion with a crown lies the holy grail. A gray wolf with a polka dot bow tie. Aha, it is a wolf. Unfortunately for her, our waitress is already waving us over to our seats. Marina stares into the glass, her foggy reflection lining up with the wolf. I take her hand and lead her to the booth. Once there's some distance between us and the waitress, I lower my voice. Don't worry, I'll give it a whirl after we eat. Marina, however, can't take a hint and blurts out, her response alerting every weary soul in the diner. Whoa, you actually know how to win at those? I've never been any good at them. A counter lined with jumbo clones turn around and glare at us before shaking their heads and returning to their meals. Ah, Jumbo! I don't remember Jumbo. The creeper weirdo guy that was a creeper? Yeah. Oh, wow. Of course I do. You know how many of these diners I went to as a kid. When you eat at the same place almost every day, you get good fast. Wow, you're like a claw goddess. Damn right. Claw goddess. Marina ogles me like the claw goddess I am as we take our seats at the booth. I gladly accept her glory and praise. The waitress flops the menus on our table and silently waits for us to order our drinks. Just coffee for me. Her eyes glazing over, she turns to Marina. What kind of shakes do you have? Strawberry. The waitress reaches her wrinkly hands across the table and tosses the dessert menu in front of Marina. She flips through the menus and strains her eyes shut, focusing on what very well may be the most important decision of her life. Amber, you got coffee, right? Right? And that's what I'll get. Overflowing with certainty, she stares at the waitress and gives her a direct, confident command. Oh, okay. I'll have the coffee shake. Oh. Extra whipped cream. The waitress doesn't even bother to write this down, instead dragging her body back to her tomb in the kitchen. Oh, it's sad and depressing. You know that shake isn't going to taste the same as my coffee, right? It's just going to be a ton of ice cream and cheap coffee flavoring. Yep. Yeah, that's what she wants. But at least I gotta try it, for your sake. Why would you choke down a crappy shake for my sake? You do everything for me, everything. Of course I do, that's my job. A stiff chuckle slips out from under her breath. Right. But I want to do things for you too. So you're ordering the coffee shake as a cosmic favor? You're losing me, Mayor. He whines, momentary frustration seeping onto her face. No, not like that. It's silly, but I want to poke around in your mind a little. That way I can do you favors and help. Interesting. I guess it's not just for your sake, but for both our sakes. She smiles and rests her head to the side, as if expecting my shoulder to be there like always. Realizing she's only leading on air, Marina blinks and tries to play it off with a tiny cough. I saw that. Before I can take my teasing to more exciting places, the waitress returns from the kitchen, barely managing to balance our drinks on the platter as my coffee splashes everywhere. Oh. Oh no. She doesn't seem to care. She places our drinks on the table, then limps out her notepad and pen to take our orders. Thanks, but I'll stick with the coffee. Nina's too distracted by the shake to notice. Her eyes climb over the tower of extra whipped cream as it twirls to the ceiling, rivaling the thermometer outside. Nap 2, what do you want? Oh. She opens up the big menu and flips through the pages multiple times, front to back, side to side, even upside down, repeating the process every time. Before we miss the festival, Mayor. I know, but there's so much to choose from. I have to be picky. You didn't have a problem vacuuming up everything at the buffet. Marina drops the menu. If I were a few pounds heavier, I'm pretty sure she would have dropped it on my feet. Handing the menus to the waitress, she leans over the table inches away from my face. She places her order, burning holes in pupils. I'll have the pancake sandwich. pancake sandwich? Dead serious. The waitress wobbles away, somehow not collapsing on her way back to the kitchen. Tries to burst out laughing at Marina, but it doesn't work. The cracks are showing. Stilted snorts and spurts of snickering keep leaking out. Marina's cheeks puff out, getting brighter as I bubble over. Why do you have to tease me about everything, Amber? I break. My laugh echoes across the diner. Again, we're met with glares, but I don't even care. Fine, maybe I won't share the treasure with you after all. Wave off her empty threat and settle down. I'm sorry. It's just that... Then laughing, I rest my chin on the table and start fumbling with the salt and pepper shakers. Huh. That what? I'm confuzzled. That's what Gramps used to order all the time. Aww. Marina has already reverted back to her usual self, watching me pass the salt and pepper back and forth like she wants to join in too. So weird, just 2 huge pancakes with eggs, bacon, and ham smashed in the middle, things drenched in syrup. Huh, sounds like a sandwich we already know, huh? That sounds super tasty though. That does sound kinda tasty right now. I chuck on Slider the pepper. I'm sure you'll love it. Now it's just the salt shaker sliding between my hands. He never eats the eggs, always just passes them on to me. So gross. Just scrambled and cold and sticky. Ew! I always tell him no, but the dork just laughs and says he's gonna keep egging me on. All those puns. Every single time. Marina laughs at the stupid joke, I laugh too. We would just end up bringing it home in a box, and when it went bad, he would just take it out of the fridge and say, "That's all, yolks." It was the most clever freaking thing. He laughs even harder at that one. I think I do too. See my eyes focused on the shaker, sliding it faster and faster. Oh man. He's thinking really, she's thinking about it a lot. Whenever we go home, you two really need to get together and me. So shaker trips on my pinky and topples over, spilling a few grains of salt. Marina's tense, but forces a smile anyway. She sighs. We both look down and go silent. I think I'm gonna head back to the RV. Get up and reach into my pocket, placing a bill on the table. Amber, don't worry, I'll be fine. I just need some time. Leaving Marina behind me, I walk out of the diner. Aww. So sad. Oh man. Blazing hot tears stream down my cheeks as I stumble through the motorhome. I'm choking. There's nothing I can do to stop it. How could I forget? Even only for a second. Am I really that heartless? I want to throw up. I can barely stand, tearing down all the magnets on the fridge as I trip over my own tears. The next thing I know, I'm falling onto the bed, and even though I land on its stiff, concrete springs, I feel like I'm falling. The ceiling is getting further and further away as I sink deeper. I jerk myself up, faced with the photo that's comforted and haunted me for so long. For a second I smile again too, but then I remember, and it fades just as quickly. The tears start flowing again, harder than ever before. I curl up in a ball and bury my face into my knees. It doesn't help muffling my crying, cover the shame or even make me feel any better. I just cry. The cracks have been forming for a while, now I've shattered. I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to glue myself back together. You can, with Marina. It never occurred to me just how hard it would be when he was gone. Growing up, I wasn't just his responsibility, we were each other's responsibility. How many credit cards did I max out in those last few months? Even after he told me to stop, I kept pushing. Bank calls, doctor calls, middle of the night ER visits, everything. But nothing helped, nothing. I tried so hard, but in the end I had to watch my best friend, the only person who ever wanted me, wither away. He held up his end of the bargain. Through every discovery, every stupid heartbreak, and every fight with Ma, he always took care of me and always just loved me. I couldn't hold up mine, though. I failed. Even now, I keep finding holes in everything I did. I could have found a specialty hospital. I could have read up more on new forms of medicine, too. I could have, but I didn't. Oh, you can't blame yourself for everything. Now he's gone. My pants are damp. They've been soaking up all my tears. But I don't care. I just want my grandpa back. The motorhome door opens and brushes against the outside door, followed by soft footsteps that creak along the floor. I'm gonna end the episode here, everybody. Oh man, I was so sad. So sad. I'm crying. Oh. I hope everything gets better in the next episode, everybody. I really do. This is so sad. If you guys enjoyed this episode of Highway Blossoms, then please slime that like button and subscribe down below for more awesome videos. Thank you everybody for watching this episode, and you will hear me in the next one. Goodbye! Here, ready for something, and that other tentacle on the top left is ready for something too, it seems.